What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy again, DM Era. Here I am with a deck profile and just a review over my Kansas City Lenexa regionals that I went to probably about a week and a half ago. And I got to tell you guys, it was outstanding. It was my first regional. It was crazy. I met a lot of popular YouTubers out there: Vampire Queen, Alan Nails, Asian Persuasion. It was actually really fun. And I wish that I could have met some of you guys out there, but I met them. I talked to them. They're all really cool people, wise guys. I met those guys out there too. Unfortunately, I didn't take home the belt. A couple of misplays, but outside of that, this is the deck that I took down there. Of course, it's Stun. Okay, one of my favorite decks. And surprisingly, this deck did really well for my first regional. I was quite surprised. A lot of my friends from my locals was there. They didn't do too hot, but this deck actually did very well. Let me see. Let me see. My Most of my opponents at the end of the regional, I finished X3. Um, I went with X2, but I misplayed, so we'll talk about that. So my first matchup was Heroes. I break both games. I don't know what the hell happened. I break both games against Heroes. Let me see. After that, who was it after that? Um, I played against Rockets. I 2-0 Rockets. Then after that, I lost horribly against Mech Knights, going second Mech Knights. um, then after that, I beat Time Thieves, 2-0 Time Thieves, and I had a bye. And then I 2-0'd, let me see. Oh, no. I lost against Cosmos, misplay. And then I beat, what's the other one? Hero of the Ark, the Ritual, that deck. I beat that one. So it was 2-1 on that one. So for my matchups, it was really good. I misplayed against Cosmos, and we're going to get into the deck profile. We're going to talk more about it. Okay. So first and foremost, guys, for you guys, all 30 of my followers, thank you now. For everybody that knows me, I love playing Stun. To me, I'm like I said, I'm an old school duelist, and I like those old school decks. Pretty much, some of the monsters, so kill back row past turn. I realize it's not the most popular ones, it's not the most relevant ones, but this was my final list. I ended up taking it. I was testing it for a long time, testing for consistency, and I think it did really well. I can't wait to go to my next regional and test it again and actually focus more on my plays and try to top. Um, but yeah, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and get to the deck profile. So what I started out with, I started with 3 Inspector Borders. Okay. Also, like, it's one of my favorite cards. Just a good stun card. Just a good stun card. It can be outed, but for the decks I played, really worked well. It put in a lot of work. Um, 3 copies of Inspector Border. 3 copies of a Model Wado. This guy right here, people were not expecting to see him. They thought I was playing traditional stun, so they were like, okay, Inspector Border, Fossil Dyna, Thunder King Ryo, easy deck to get over. But no, I'm doing completely different. So yeah, Mono Wano, a lot of decks cannot get around him at all. So yeah, um, 1 copy of Fossil Dyna. Um, Going into the event, I probably should have put him at least to 2 because 1 was good. I didn't want to see him too much, but I didn't see him enough for the regional. So I did 1. I didn't see it enough. Sucked, but oh well. I still did pretty well though. Then I finished it up with Lava Golem and Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal because I felt like I was going to see some Magical Musketeers, and I didn't really want to face that deck because they run like 15 hand traps, and that wasn't fair. So I didn't really like that. So I was trying to prepare for that. But, lucky for me, I didn't play no Magical Musketeers. And that's all the monsters. Um, Going into the spells, I played 2 Extravagance. I thought I was gonna like really conflict with all the other spells, like my 3 cards of demise. And luckily, I didn't conflict with these 3. They didn't even see each other that much, so it was great. Um, it was so consistent outside of game 1. Let's see, I played 3 duality. This card was clutch with extravagance because I played extravagance and it draws, and this one searches. So pretty much it worked very well. I just combo those 2 off all the time. And like lucky for me, I honestly didn't see that many hand traps in this region. Like all the decks that I played, there was really no ash like at all. Even when I didn't have like a mono or inspector border, there was really no hand traps. Um, for back row, I had one Cosmic Cyclone, one Twin Twisters, and one Galaxy Cyclone. I mainly just these three because Galaxy Cyclone I could just hit a face down card and then banish from my graveyard to hit like a floodgate or something like that, which I didn't run into at all. Twin Twisters, I never saw at all. And then Cosmic Cyclone, I saw that a lot too. So that worked out pretty well. I ran the one copy of Monster Reborn. Yes, it's the Prismatic Secret Rare, which I think is kind of dope. Um, I ran one copy of Monster Reborn because with Inspector Border, people don't realize it. Like they're like, "Oh, well, you can't summon it," but you can summon Inspector Border off of Monster Reborn if he's the only monster. If you have no monster in your field, so you can special summon Inspector Border from the graveyard. So it's pretty good. Um, and Monster Reborn did come in handy at the regionals, so I thoroughly enjoyed myself with that. Uh, MVP, Moon Mirror Shield. Moon Mirror Shield was so good. Like, people couldn't out my monsters. Not only did I cut off their monster effects, but they obviously couldn't beat them. So putting Moon Mirror Shield on Spectre Border or a Mono Iwado, it just really like locked my opponent out, like literally stunned. Like when I played against Cosmos, it was like, man, that's really hard deck. And I want to, if this deck profile ever reaches like M Cole or any of my other stun players, I'm telling you, this deck really worked at the event. Like anti-meta spell works. It really does. I didn't even see a lot of twin twisters, and I thought that's what I was going to see. I didn't even see a lot of twin twisters at all. Um, also played 3 Mage Power. A lot of people were like, "Wow, that was crazy." They weren't even tracking the fact that because my deck set so many back rows that I could just capitalize off all those back rows, and my monster get a huge buff. Like if they didn't kaiju me, um, yeah, they just didn't have nothing to do. So that's that. Um, oh, and the MVP. People were laughing at this though, but 3 Mirror of Yada. They were laughing at me because this is an old school card, and they didn't think that nobody was going to combine a Mono Wada with Mirror of Yada. Mirror of Yada keeps a Mono Wada on field. So not only is he a walking no to everything, doesn't matter if you have a link monster or anything like that. That's why I love Mirror. That's why I love a Mono Wada instead of Inspector Border better because a Mono Wada just locks the whole entire field out. So it's great. Plus, if your opponent tries to attack over him, this card is destroyed instead. I activated that effect multiple times on them, and they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, if you try to destroy it, it's destroyed instead." So it kept my model on board. It stunned my opponent. They couldn't do nothing. So it was freaking awesome. And then the other MVP of the deck was Mystic Mind. Yes, people were like, "What?" They didn't understand it. So Mystic Mind and a Mono Watto is a great combo because once you drop a Mono Watto on turn one and you drop Mystic Mind prevents a Mono Watto from activating the effect to come back to hand because he has to activate. So Mystic Mind automatically stops it from activating that effect. So turn two, uh, my opponent would either go into a monster and they would either try they would have two options. They can attack over my Mono Watto and still be locked down by Mystic Mind, or summon monster and then end their phase to get rid of Mystic Mind. So either way it go, they were stunned out. It was a great combo play and people were not expecting it at all. Lastly, I had the Necro Valley and I had the Terraforming for consistency and searching out field spells. It worked really well because I just summon a Mono Watto, play Terraforming, they can't ash me. Um, and I just get out Mystic Mind and go forth my plays. And then if I open up with Terraforming or after the fact, open up with Terraforming, I just play or Necro Valley. I just play Necro Valley over Mystic Mind, and then I just go start attacking. So it was perfect, man. It worked wonders. Just the one copy of Deck Lockdown. I know I had two, but I brought it down to one. It saw a little play, and people were like, "What does that do?" Like they forgot. So a lot of these old school cards, I love them because they're broken, and people are just not really paying attention to them. And that's all my spells. So for my traps, I played 2 copies of Cursed Seal. People were not expecting this card at all. Like they were like, "Cursed Seal?" They're like, "Yeah." So it's great because I played 2 because I was expecting to see a lot of Twin Twisters, a lot of back row cards, spells, and I had a way to out it. So I was spending a lot of Twin Twisters, and I didn't really even see it. So I barely saw this. This did little work, but it did when it came in clutch. It did. When I played against the Herald player, the Fairy player, he played his field spell, and I chained Curse Seal to it. He was like, "What?" Like it was funny. It was so awesome because he didn't expect it, and he was like, "Man!" And then uh, when I drew Inspector Border, I played it against his Herald of Arc Ritual Monster, and he activated one effect, and then from there on, it's kind of tacked over it. So it was pretty good. I had Moonmare Shield on him too. Then the one Summon Limit, never saw it, but it was just there for utility. Royal Decree, I did see it against the Herald player. I cleared his field and I set it, and on his next turn, he tried to drop evenly match. I just chained Royal Decree. He was like, "What?" Like this guy was completely blown out by my deck. It was just freaking awesome. I'm sorry. It was almost like I had to out to every answer. And then just the one Crackdown. Crackdown, I rarely saw it, but it worked pretty good in the deck. But I didn't see it too much, but I didn't want to see it, too often where it could be a brick. And that was the whole thing about my deck. I was trying to make it less bricky as possible and just more consistent. And yeah, I like to think that it worked very well. Um, my extra deck was nothing but cherries targets. I got the ulti rare Colossus, uh, Dark Law, um, Borlo Furious Dragon for the Rockets, which I faced Rockets. I 2-0'd them. Cyber Dragon Infinity, totally awesome. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, Borlo Savage, Sunlight Wolf, Shizuku, Galatea, Ulti, Electromite, Crusadia, Aquamax, this Prismatic, Secret Rare, Borlo Dragon, Hexia, and Guard Dragon Pisty. So I have my extra design for the current meta decks out there. However, I forgot my cherries, so it didn't really do me no good. But it was just great fodder for extravagance. So it was just too free. At that point, extravagance went up a pot of greed. Going into my side deck, I had the one Zaphion for back row, one Medion. Um, that was it for the monsters. No, I didn't open up with Nibiru. I'm still looking for him, but I didn't have Nibiru. Two Black Garden for strikers, two Zombie World for Dracos, the two Mind Control just a snatch for OTK, um, two Spell Shattering Arrow for pendulums, two Impermanents, and finish up with the three evenly matched, just for going second. So yeah, outside of that, man, I mean that was my deck profile. I just want to show you guys what my regional event deck profile was for Lenexa, Kansas. It was extremely fun. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I can't wait to go to the next one. Like I said, Zombie Queen, Age of Persuasion, Alan Nails, Wise Guys, everybody was there at the event. If I wouldn't have misplayed against Cosmos, I know I would have still stayed X2 with Stun. That people were just like, really? Like, people sleep on Stun a lot. And I know people were like, oh, well, Twin Twisters and Evenly Match will kill your deck. Well, you just see my deck profile, so it didn't happen. So that's how that worked. Um, Also, okay, let me explain the reason why how I misplayed. So I'm playing Cosmos. Game one, I beat him. We go to game two. He beats me. Game three, I'm up. I'm literally ahead of him, right? I get rid of all his monsters. I had a model on the field and everything. And he had the Storm Dragon Trap that just came out of Rising Rampage set. And I misplayed because on my end phase, I forgot to flip over Cosmic Cyclone that I had already set. So he ended his phase. I drew for turn. He activated Trap and brought his monster back and just snowballed into a victory. I was so upset with myself because all my friends have already been X3'd out. So I'm still hanging on. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm X2. I can still top. I can still try to get a dead profile from Asian Persuasion. And it just didn't happen for me. And lesson learned. So lesson learned. Play next time. Pay attention to my plays. Just check the field before he finished out his end phase. And yeah, it was fun, man. And I taught Alan Nails. He actually signed my mat for me. That was pretty dope. Asian Persuasion. He said he's gonna do a deck profile for me, but he didn't do it. So I guess because I didn't top, it's all good. But yeah, just next time, guys, I'm gonna try to bring the belt home for you guys. And yeah, man, that's my deck profile for the Kansas Lenexa Regional. So yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Guys, have a good day. Deuces.